Got one right there. That sounded awesome. Oh, just got bit. He's on there. Got him. Oh, got one right there. All right, we have audio. All right, you can see we got the kayak at the boat ramp we were about to launch. So this is a local lake. It's kind of raining all over the state right now, and it's cold. And so the bite hasn't been good lately because, well, these Florida bass can be kind of finicky is the word people use. You just can't really catch them that good when you get hit with cold fronts after cold fronts. But it's slightly warmer today than yesterday. I don't know if it's going to be enough that we'll get on a bite, but we're hoping. But let me show you what we got tied on. I got a 6 cents glide bait. No, that's the Provoke. That's on my jerk bait rod. So we got the 6 cents jerk bait Provoke. We got Gambler weedless Ned rig. This is a braid setup, my only braid setup. It's a small rod, stiff rod. I use that certain situations. Probably not going to use that today. Might not even use the jerk bait today, even though it's cold. I just don't really like working the jerk bait in the kayak because I'm just not high enough in the water. I'm not that tall. But we got Texas rig. I got like a 3/8 ounce tungsten on there. That's probably too heavy for in here. We don't have current. It's not the same situation that I last had that tied on. So I'm probably gonna have to downsize to like 3/16 or something. We have a Carolina rig here, you can see. That might be a player. I might try to drag that around and see if anything's going on in some certain spots. We got the Provoke. We got, not the Provoke, I keep mixing these guys up. We got the 6 cents glide bait here. Another couple situations out here I might twitch that around or whatever. I got a drop shot. Probably not going to play with that today. Yeah, and we just put on the fish finder. Y'all, I am 39 years old. I have been fishing for 37 years. This is my first fish finder. Yay! I feel like an adult. barely. So that's the setup. So we're going to back in here and we're going to go and start fishing. There's actually some spots I really want to go to, but they're like a few miles away. And I just don't know if we should do that with it expected to rain. So let's get on the water, just start fishing close by. If we're not getting bit or anything, we might make a run. But yeah. Oh, and as you can see, I got the Flambeau bait box here. I got it set up right here in the middle. My feet will be around it. So I got a lot of soft plastics with me up front, and then my small tackle box for, you know, terminal tackle. So yeah, we are ready to go. So we just need to back her in and get moving. I should record this just in case I fall in. All right, first things first, get in the kayak without falling. I've been fishing with my kayak, well, this kayak for almost a year, and kayaks in general for years. And I feel like I'm kind of a blonde, and I finally am pretty smooth. That's kind of nice. I kind of like that. It's out of the way clearly. I can turn it. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. All right, let's drop the rudder. Drop the rudder, brother. Hey, I wonder what I should throw first. I might have to actually put a new weight on that Texas rig. I've always done pretty well fishing without electronics, but it's not because I didn't want electronics. I just actually never had a kayak or a boat as nice as this Old Town that made it so that I should get electronics. I got something this nice now, I might as well throw some electronics on here. So I definitely like between this Kissimmee grass right here and then on the outside near the deeper water. But I want to fish down next to this first. Got one right there. All right. Try to be quiet. Oh my God. Dude, he's ice. He's freaking ice right now. Oh my goodness, he is not a giant. Maybe I should just put him on here real quick just so we can see how much of a not giant he is. Oh my goodness. Oh, his tail's up right now, but he's just barely touching 12. Mouth closed, fully up against that and pushing that way. He's just barely touching 12, just a hair past 12. That's a tournament fish right there. Yeah. Yeah, brother. I live near Tampa, so like Hulk Hogan, he's got businesses down here and stuff like that. So a lot of people like Hulk Hogan. And when you have a faster reel, so say I was working a wacky rig, and I'm just letting it fall and then picking it up with my rod. So I'm doing this. I'm throwing it. I'm letting it fall at the edge of this grass. Let it get down there. Reel in the slack. I lift it up and let it fall. And if it doesn't get bit, I reel it in. Check it. Make sure it's clean. It's clean. All right. Long cast. And I do the same thing. And I just keep doing that and doing that. When you're that fast with the reel, you saw how quickly that came back to me. Like when you're that fast reeling it in, when you need to reel it in, you're going to get extra casts in, which means you're going to have that bait in front of fish's face more times. So you're going to have a higher percentage of catching them. Now, if you're doing this, you're not catching them. It's moving too fast. And if you are catching them that way, you probably should be switching to a moving bait anyways. So you really got to fish it slow. Got one. Oh, he came off. No way. Dude, I let it sit. Dude, I only let it sit for like 4 seconds. And that sucker went that way. He went this way and freaking created slack in my line. I had a little bit of slack to begin with because I let it fall on a slack line. But he picked it up immediately. Oh, man, I wonder if we got some in here, if that was just a one-off. Bro, I just hit that pole right at the bottom from right here. It was a dart. Guys, reel is wiggling around the seat. What happened? This was always such a good... So I'm going to run down to this point, coming up over here, and then I'm going to look at the time. What time is it? 11:40. But it's supposed to rain around 3 o'clock. 30% chance at least. It's supposed to increase in chance. So it's about 12. So I mean, we're gonna have 2 or 3 hours to fish. Maybe closer to 2 hours based on how long it's going to take me to get to a different area. 2 hours. Well, we've only had 2 bites. So, and it's supposed to warm up a little bit. Oh, I re-updated. It's supposed to rain at 4 o'clock now. 40% chance. So I think I am going to make a run. I may only get 3 hours to fish, but I think that's going to be the move. So you can actually pull in down here and launch your kayak from here. I know people do that. I fish with someone that does that. But my kayak's kind of heavy, so I like to back the trailer into the water. But if we catch them really good back over in this area, maybe we'll save some time next time. And we'll come out here in the near future and launch from over here instead. It's like a dirt road though, so it's gonna have to not be wet because I'm not trying to get my car stuck. Let's toss near these pylons. Or bridge thingies, whatever you want to call them. That sounded awesome. That'd be so cool if I caught one on that cast. Let's see if I can get another good cast in with that whipping noise before we get out from under there. Yeah, only that one cast. All right, so we made it to kind of like a new lake. This is about to open up into a new lake, and we're not even gonna fish this. Like I could, there's a back corner area that I think there's some fish in that I want to fish, but even further away, I think there's something that I've only fished there one time and I caught 2 bass, which isn't a lot, but I think there definitely could be some bass up in there. And it is further away. We run the risk of killing our battery running around this much, but I like exploring. Reel needs to go on its journey. And yeah, so I think I'm going to run over there, crank this puppy up, maybe make one quick cast right there. Some Kissimmee grass next to some lily pads. Nope. Actually, I'm going to make one more cast after that. Oh, I just got something tried to bite me in the middle. Right here. Right here in the middle. No way. Is there like a stick here? I definitely got nipped. Because that's a 9 gear ratio. And I was running it back to the boat. And so it was high in the water column right there. And this chatterbait, if it was a stick, it would have felt it. So that sucker just didn't grab the hook. He just grabbed the tail, and I was reeling it so fast I just pulled it right out of its mouth. But that was a fish right there. Man, that was a fish. That's wild. I know I even brought the moving baits in case we get a reaction bite. I wasn't really expecting to get bit while burning a worm like that. Out here in the middle too, so that means it was high up in the water column or came up to try and bite it. Either that or it was all the way near the bank where I cast it and it followed me all the way out. Bro, hold up. There is a freaking boat ramp over there. No freaking way. Hold up. That's got to be like a private boat ramp. That's just for that neighborhood or something. But I need to know about this. Because if that's a public boat ramp, I mean, heck, from now on, I'm launching there when I want to fish over here. Because once I get over here, I don't have much juice left in the battery. Well, it says private boat ramp, which is what I kind of expected it to say. Didn't want to show y'all, because it says where it's at. I don't want to show y'all where it's at. That would have been nice if we found a new little boat ramp. So this is a good little spot. We're going to try and fish it real quick. And hope we can catch something up near these rocks. Let me move the camera. It's such a fishy looking spot right here. Old timey bridge. We got rocks and stuff. Bass could be up on. We're in like 4.5 feet of water. Oh, got bit. Out. Oh, I came off. That might have been a freaking bluegill. It's hard to tell, but he was definitely boop. I was gonna say maybe. I think they're pecking at the dang bead. Does that mean we need to switch to a freaking orange bait? Bro, I'm getting pecked at on the bead. That's kind of disappointing. This place looks so cool. So we got some isolated lily pads right here. Oh, a big old otter that just swam away from the bank. Yep. So that's good and bad news. One, we came over here because I'm pretty sure we can catch some fish over here. So good news is those otters, they love to eat fish and they eat a lot of them. So the good news is he's over here, so there's probably fish over here. And he's right in the spot that I came to fish. I want to fish the whole thing, but I feel like this is a high percentage spot right now. And then just outside of here is probably high percentage right now with just the weather and everything. But it's good he's here because that means he's here because there's fish here. But it's also bad because he's probably ate a ton of them. All right, so I'm running to, there's like these patch of lily pads that are not in the middle of this lake, but kind of. They're a good bit ways from the bank. And so they're just isolated. I've gotten bit on them before. And so we're just hoping that, since we've only been back here the one time and we got bit there, we're just hoping that it's one of those places that they do gravitate towards and do kind of hang around those lily pad stems, waiting for bait fish to come by or just hanging around it for whatever reason. Oof. Oh, just got bit. He's on there. Got him. All right. Been kind of a struggle, but I kind of expected that coming out here just because it's so freaking cold. This sucker's dark. He bit me on the outside of these lily pads after I dragged it all the way through. No, well, y'all can see that. But I'm pushing him up against the board, and he's almost touching 12 and a quarter, but he's a 12 incher. That's another tournament fish right there. That's 2 tournament fish for the day. Got bit. He let go of it immediately, though. Got a clunk. Might have to throw it back in there. I don't think it's a big one, but sometimes those big ones have really subtle bites. So I'll definitely throw it back in there at the chance that it is a big one. Oh, I just saw a bass jump out the middle of the lake. Well, actually, I should throw this chatterbait right here real quick. See if we can get that same bass to bite. I wonder if that's like a flat. Like if that bass is chasing bait fish up on a flat. Oh, there's that fish. That fish is chasing stuff. All right, let's get over there. Let's see what is going on. I'm looking at this. Don't know everything that I'm looking, well, don't know a lot of what I'm looking at, but the second you get a bite on something you see, then you figure something out. So we got my Mach 2 jerkbait rod. I got the 6 cents Provoke 106X. Got my 13 fish in, 8-to-1 gear ratio. Of course, we get over to this spot and they're not busting on anything anymore. Must have been a very short window where they got a little excited. But I'm gonna keep this out. I definitely think we could catch them on the jerkbait, but we got to be around them when they're willing to bite. It looks like it opens up pretty good over there. I think we're gonna have to explore a little more. So this is the area I wanted to fish. What, we caught one fish over here once we got over here. We also had a bite, and then we saw 2 bass busting on stuff up shallow, and we hadn't seen any fish all day doing that. Or not shallow, it was like 7.5 feet, but a flat area. This is definitely an area. So we're technically leaving fish to find fish, but I also have to come back through here to get back. So technically we're leaving fish, but I think we're all right. There's a bunch of cans on sticks. I noticed the cans over here on sticks. Maybe I got a Dr. Pepper with me. Maybe I'll put it on a stick over there for them. They probably shooting them out here. I don't know if they're shooting them with a pellet gun or what, but put my Dr. Pepper on there. Figured I'd help them out. Give them a target. An extra target. Yeah, we're gonna turn around. We're not even close to it. It goes like this for a while. Oh, got one right there. Yes. On the chatterbait. Ooh, so cold. Oh, big fish. Big fish alert. That's a 12.5 incher. 12.5 incher. All right, it's starting to rain a little bit. I think it's about that time we're supposed to get hit with the rain. So I'm heading back to the boat ramp.